Hi there. In this video, we will focus on understanding anger, its purpose, and the relationship between anger and acceptance. The thing about anger is that most people believe it is a negative emotion and it's bad to get angry. Research results even show that anger can lead to behavioral breakdown and health related issues. On the other hand, there are some people who associate anger with love, in effect, equating lack of anger with lack of love. For example, one of my clients recently had told me, I feel my husband doesn't love me because he doesn't get angry at the way his parents treat me. This then brings us to the question, is anger really bad? Aristotle, the philosopher, thought that anger was good for a person. In the Nicomachean Ethics, he wrote, the man who is angry at the right things and with the right people, and further as he ought, when he ought, and as long as he ought, is praised. Like many other things, Aristotle may be right about this one as well. Let us begin with understanding what anger is. And in order to understand anger, one needs to distinguish between anger as an emotion and the way this emotion is expressed. This is important because most of the side effects attributed to anger are not really about the emotion, but the manner in which anger is expressed, directed, or suppressed. Now, if we were to define the emotion anger, it would be the way you feel when you believe that someone deliberately or through indifference has treated you or someone you care for rudely and or unfairly. In most cases, a person feels so when someone else fails to fulfill or meet their expectations. In short, we feel angry when we fail to accept that someone is either unable or unwilling to fulfill our expectations. When we don't accept people for who they are, it creates an illusion that we can mold them to fit our ideal and our expectations. If they fail to fulfill our expectations, we feel angry and tend to blame them for not understanding us. What really happens is, we ourselves are unable to express our expectations in a way in which the other person understands its importance for us, and or we are unable to accept the other person's choices or capabilities. If we were to take this further, we would also say that the purpose of anger is to help us become aware of the fact that we are unable to accept someone for who they are. How does this understanding help? Once I understand this, managing anger becomes easier. Now, you may wonder how. The answer is quite simple really. The next time when I feel angry, I check what is it about the person that I am not able to accept. Once I accept people for who they are, I don't expect them to do things that they wouldn't do. If I don't have those expectations, the anger doesn't come up. So, what is acceptance? Acceptance is observing and acknowledging what is without expecting it to change or to remain same. Acceptance does not mean that we agree with what is happening or that we believe it must continue. Acceptance means that we are able to look into the face of the present and say, I see you and I acknowledge you are here. How is acceptance useful in the context of anger? Once I accept that someone is unable or unwilling to do what I would like him or her to do, I can choose the next step. These steps could include doing it myself, or find someone else who would be willing to do the same thing, or learn to become comfortable with the thing not being done. In the end, remember, we have tried to present the concept of acceptance in brief here. There is another video in which we have also given details about what acceptance is and what it isn't.